Hey folks, Wargul here. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, whichever it may be. And we're back with Dyson Sphere Program, or Weapon of Mass Distraction. Okay, so what we have here is the series finale of Dyson Sphere, and I'm going to do this in two parts. Same video, two different parts. First part is just going to be my game where we sit right now. I am on the third planet, which I've named Hasselhoff 3. Of the Hoff system, and there's our star, the Hoff. Now I did start to build the Dyson Sphere here. You can kind of see a few of the nodes floating out here, and that's good and all, but oh man, you'll see in a second. So let's go over here to our sphere. Now this is what I had originally set up for the first orbits and belt. Now if you click one of these, you can kind of see we have the general shape of the sphere, but we can't click it because we don't have the structure. And by structure, I mean this right here. Now it says 1. I think there's about 5 or 6 levels of this. I don't really remember. We'll get the Y in a second. Now you can see we've pushed out a lot of tech on here, and we are pretty much at the logical conclusion of the game. It's just getting this last bit right here. You pretty much hit a wall, like from 60 mile an hour or 100 mile an hour to a dead stop. That's the difficulty curve. And these things right here require pretty much all of your current matrices to build, plus dark matter. This stuff right here is pretty neat. It's the gravity lens. This is what lets you basically activate your warp engines and go to different planets. Now I have been approximately 3 light years away, and even with the warp engines, that's a pretty big distance in this game. Let's take a look at our star system again, and I'll see the Mentat system. This is where I went to the other day. So we went to this planet, and I have well, you probably can't see it here. I have a interplanetary delivery system, like the big towers that I'll show you here in a second, like this right here. So I figured if I was going to go off to another system, I might as well bring one of these and some ships and some power and stuff like that, and try to exploit the resources from there to here. Yes, and I said exploit, not export. We're exporting them, but we're also exploiting them, because this whole planet right here all of this was meant to get silicone. That was it. This whole thing was meant to get silicone, and this is the last node of it on the planet, because we basically have stripped mined this thing clean. Now these things are really neat. You can have the planet only one, which you can run all of your resources into, and they can deliver them to other ones of these on your planet, to other processes that require the resources. Like I said, this one was specifically meant to harvest the silicone, and I've just got some other ones here because I figure, why not? If we're going to be on the planet, might as well just take advantage of everything while we're here. And of course this planet is constantly exposed to the sun, so solar panels are a good way to go here, and I just made a giant ring of them around here. Now as far as our current system here, we also have another mining planet. Now do I have anything in my warp drive? Oh, yep, there we go. And you reach your target relatively quick. Yeah, we just went from there to here about as fast as from here to here. Now what's neat here is, let me find our sun. You can't really see it from here, but we have those little things still floating around the orbit. Now let us find our other planet. Oh, there goes one of those logistics ships. Or no, that's the drone. Yeah, see, the drone is taking supplies. What's it transporting? It looks like it's transporting the carbon nanotube. And now we have titanium coming out of our ears. That was one of the problems I was having, was lack of that. We got processors, we've got solar cells, which these aren't that hard to make. It's just the graphene is really annoying to make because there's just so many processes involved with everything. Now we built us one of these, which is really cool. This is what launches the missiles. The missiles are kind of hard to make too, because this stuff right here is fairly costly, but it doesn't burn out as quick as the other fuels that I'm using. This is what I was going to use to start making the graphene. This is every oil node up on this side of the planet in this particular hemisphere, connected to one bank systems, and they're all full and backed up. This was a good idea in theory, but it turns out you really only need about 2 of these towers right here, because it's kind of impossible to feed all these. So this was just a big exercise and waste of time. This is the one that makes the yellow matrices, in which you need this stuff, which is really kind of hard to make. Organic crystals. They do not exist on this planet. It requires refined oil, plastic, and water to make. However, in the Mentat system, we did find a natural vein of the stuff, and that was why I went to that particular planet, because I was going to try to export these, because everything costs so much to make later on with the matrix. Matrices, matrixi, whatever the plural of that is. Matrices. We've made some significant upgrades as far as what we can build. This thing is actually really quick, the assembling machine. This is the thing that launches the sails into orbit. Not real costly to make as far as materials go. Solar cell life. Now you would need to get here, and even with this, they deplete. So it's not like one and done out there in space. They have an expiration on them, and so you have to constantly keep making them. And therein lies a problem. You run into diminishing returns real fast with this if you don't take the vein utilization, and then you got to get it up to 6, which again requires the universe matrices. I've got it to 5, and I still managed to mine out a whole planet. And then another one that you really want to pick up kind of early on is the research speeds. This is pretty much for all intents and purposes what it says: strong computing power and greatly improved research speed. And if you look over here at our current upgrade rate, you'll see what it is we have the high tier warp drive, mech core level 4. I think that is gigajoule. Sounds like a Pokemon, but it's actually a level of energy measurement, sort of like gigawatts. Our research speed is 400%, and believe me, to get to this point right here, the last few ones were so slow. 600 units in the logistics carrying capacity. They can go a maximum of 1200 meters a second, which again, here lies the problem. That one planet that I went to light years away, you need the warp drives for each and every one of those logistics vessels. So those little gravity matrices are that much more precious and that much harder to come by. Universe exploration level. I can go up to 6 light years from my current position to see out into the universe and what the planets have to offer. And bam, now the main star has been renamed to Mentat. And as you can see here, we have pretty much just about mined everything out. The coal is diminishing, copper is diminishing, the iron is almost gone. There was no silicone or titanium to begin with, and if I'm not mistaken, I think we've only got 36% of the crude oil left in this planet, because we have pumped it dry pretty much, and nobody likes a dry pump. Because this next little venture is going to be fun. It'll be a nice little quick edit for you guys, but even with the warp drives, it's probably going to take me a hot minute to get there. So I've been fiddle farting around here with which system to travel to and kind of show off the warp a little bit better, and I think I found it. This planet right here, its ocean is sulfuric acid. So it makes me wonder if I can actually pump this ocean. Now these are also a handy little thing to have. The wireless charging tower, you just stand within the radius of them and it will start charging you up from the power grid instead of using your mech's core, which I need to find some more fuel for. I use coal because, again, you know, that's what a high-tech mech runs on, is fossil fuels. Speaking of, let's just go ahead and grab a couple for the road. All right, let's travel to another system here. All right, like I said, it's going to take a minute to get there, so let's just go ahead and engage the warp drive.
Engage.
All right, so we are on a planet that has sulfuric acid for an ocean and apparently silicone veins. Let's just go ahead and peep at this. It's a volcanic ash. Interesting. Let's go check that one out. Oh, this is kind of like our planet back in our own system. For the meat and potatoes, the second part of this video. Now, you'll notice that I have another save here. This one's called cheese, for a very good reason. We are back in our own system, and it looks like this. The mega structure for the Dyson sphere is coming along quite nicely. Oh man, this is just madness. But this is, yeah, this is my sphere as it sits. Now, the reason why the one orbit here is brighter than the other is I have a whole ring of the sail cannons dedicated to orbit 1 here, which is this one. I kind of did this on purpose to kind of look like an atom. And now you're wondering how I'm probably doing all the sails here. Well, you probably aren't, because there we go. I have cheated my little ass off to get here, and I have no problem admitting that I did that. All right, so yeah, the reason why I chose this planet to do this is because it is just something to look at right here. Now, when I first started building the Dyson sphere, these things would be sitting there and they would disappear. So I thought they were like the sails in the fact that they would disappear. So I thought you would have to keep doing this. Now, I do believe they will disappear, at least from your perspective. However, what is actually happening is they are traveling to these nodes and dropping off resources, and that is what these structures right here are. There was absolutely no way I could have done this on my own. I do not have the time nor the patience. Now, this right here is a more optimal setup. It's 2 research towers run into a storage of all the matrixes. Matrixi. Anyway. And these right here are really neat. These are the black hole, or excuse me, artificial stars. Now, I'm using a lot of power doing this. But you throw some antimatter in there and then bam, you got kind of what we're making up there, but on a smaller scale. I think I was able to legitimately make about 1 stockpile of those. And again, like I said, my complaining is just my own attention span, but it's also in regards to like content's sake. Oh yeah, and I also got a belt system made up for these things. Let's fly around, take a look here. So no matter where the sun is in orbit to the planet, there should be a bunch of guns shooting at it. Now this is what's also kind of neat right here, is these are the rockets going out to basically build the superstructure. I don't have as many of these as I would have liked. Then again, like I said, I was just kind of tinkering around at this point, just seeing what all the game had to offer. Now it says the game will continue after completion, which, you know, is really awesome. Let's just cancel all these right here. Let's just go ahead and get this one. Like, look at that mess. That is absolutely ridiculous. And this is what I did for here. Seeing as how I can pretty much build anything and everything. I have a whole ring of these things. And they are full of hydrogen. I imagine they all look very similar because I put them down at pretty much the same time. And hey, I beat the game. Builder of great civilizations, you have...
Congratulations, builder of great civilizations. The primary mission of the Dyson Sphere program has been successfully completed with your efforts. The energy you provided is bound to make the homeland develop with high speed, and your figure will imprint with every step forward. This cluster has been activated. To remember your achievements, people light up a star in the Milky Way star map. Yes, it will always record your contribution to the forthcoming third-level civilization. Now please rest a while, and then embark on the journey of the Sea of Stars again.
But that's what I wanted to look at right there. That's the gas giant. That's our Dyson Sphere. All right, so yeah, this has been Dyson Sphere. Again, I couldn't have completed this game on my own, or got to this point on my own, because I'm crazy, but I'm not this insane. I wanted to see if I could fly close to this thing. Oh, I bet I know what it is. I bet I don't have... Yeah, I don't have any of them in there. Oh, you can fly by them. Can I crash into them? Nope. Jeez, these things are huge, though. Can I fly into it? Nope. My guy just noped out. One last thing I want to do. Well, other than make a mess again. What is the farthest star away? What is this one? Black hole. Oh, we're totally going there. Holy crap. 40 light years from home. Sure, let's fly into this big bastard and see what happens. Oh man, where am I? Can I escape the event horizon? Of course I can, because physics doesn't mean anything here. Oh Lord, look at time and space distorting there. Now that was actually kind of cool. Anyway, folks, that's going to be it for Dyson Sphere program. I hope you enjoyed watching as much as I did making it. Remember, it's up to you to like and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter. All that good stuff will be in the description below, as always. And as always, thank you for watching. Have a good one.
Engage.